Oh no, the car market's collapsing. Oh no. These been the headlines. And I've believed that for a very, very long time that the car market's collapsing. And we saw that with Carmax, all these numbers, GM's coming out and saying, that they're cutting, people's positions, that they're firing people. But something that a lot of people are not talking about is that, yes, car sales are down. The car market is not on a good trajectory. So today in this video, we're going to go to Carmax and see what they're charging and seeing what they're saying about their financial numbers, because I always thought, oh no, they're not doing too well. And you're right, they're not doing too well because revenue's down, everything else is down, and I got the exact numbers right here. So let's look at the exact numbers from their financial statement to get some sort of idea. Gross vehicle profit decreased 5.5% compared to Q2 in 2023. Retail used vehicle gross profit declined by 8.7% due to lower retail unit sales. Wholesale vehicles gross profit decreased by 2.9%. Net revenue went down 13.1%. So we're seeing that Carmax is not doing too good, or any other dealership isn't doing too good with their car sales, right? And so that brought me to an idea where we're going to go to Carmax, check out their lot, and see, what truly is going on. And then we'll come back here and we'll continue to walk. Sitting right here in front of Carmax, and we're going to go inside their parking lot. And I actually got the Meta glasses, so I can take you guys along and show you guys some insanity that is going on the parking lot with their cars. And let's go. So now we're here at Carmax, and let's check out what they got going on. So this is a 2017 Sierra Denali 1500, and this is what I'm telling you guys. Look at this APR, 22.95%. So now is absolutely insane. So let's go look at some other trucks, because I was looking for a truck. I was like, oh, Toyota, something else. And now we'll see. And the parking lot is half empty. I don't know what that's all about. But now let's keep looking and see what this one goes for. Oh, this one has a sticker on the other side. It looks really nice. Really nice. So let's see what this would be if you don't have excellent credit. So at 22.95% interest, you'd be paying $1,300 a month. And this is an SR5, and you'd be paying like a base level one for $50,000. You'd be paying $1,300. This is absolutely insane how they're charging 22% interest on these cars. So absolutely nuts. This is crazy. And the parking lot's half empty. And so I'm going to check one more out, and then we're going to get out of here, because who in the right mind can pay 22% interest on a car? This is legal robbery, right? So now this one is $50,000, and at 22% interest, you're also paying $1,300. So I'm here back on the computer. So we're looking still at this Jeep Wagoneer Series 3, right? So this is the one I went to look at, and we're looking at the payment and how much you actually need to make to afford this, right? So if we don't come up with a $10,000 down payment with good or, excellent credit, we are looking at, a $900 to $1,000 payment. But we know that most Americans do not have $10,000. So let's just say we put down 8,500. And that is already a stretch for a lot of Americans, right? So the 72-month good credit. So this is between 10 and 15%. So now if we're going to take the credit rating and do challenge, it goes up to 29% a month. And then we're all of a sudden paying $1,300 a month. So one thing that we need to also now check is how much can you actually afford with take-home pay, right? So when we're looking at take-home pay right here, this is kind of what the best little calculator I found. So this is your take-home pay after everything, right? So this is what you need to do. So if you're making $1,500 a month, your payment should not exceed this amount. And if you're making about 4,500, what I think the average American is about 60, $70,000, is your payment should not be above 450 to 675 a month, right? And so once we're getting up there to the $1,000 a month, you need to bring home almost $9,000 a month. So if you're bi-weekly, and you need about $4,500 to actually afford that car. And let's hope that nothing really goes bad with it. Because if something goes bad with it, you're going to be either in bigger doo-doo because you cannot afford it. And it's just out of control how they are piggybacking off of your income just because you need a nicer car. And you do not need a car for $1,300 a month if you're not making 10 plus thousand. Okay, well, we're back. And it is whopping 22% interest on a car if you have bad credit. So one thing I've noticed is that, yes, car sales might be down, but if you have a finance, if you're a bank and you have your own bank, you can do loans, whatever, right? And they report the profits together, right? So they're not two separate companies that report, oh, Carmax Financial is one company and, Carmax Car Sales one. No, you have to dig into the numbers and find those out. And this is where it gets really juicy and nobody's talking about it, right? So if you charge 22% interest on a used car, you're going to make some real money. You're going to make, gosh, I'd want a 22% on return on my money without even doing anything. And even if half of them default, it doesn't matter because you're making so bloody much money. So let's look at here. So Q2 of 2023, Carmax auto finance income was $135 million. And now Q2 of 2024, the same saw this in the same period saw a 26.2% increase due to factor like increased profit margins with higher interest rates, right? So they're just, at what point are these companies just price gouging you and telling you to do it? Who in their right mind can afford a car loan at 22.9%, right? You're basically throwing your money down the drain. If you need a car, you need to get a $200, $500, $600 car. And if it costs you $4,000 or $5,000 to repair it, so be it. Because the cost of that loan is so dramatic, is so high. And I'm going to go over that 22 over the 72 months, and your payment's going to be $900 a month on a $35,000 loan, right? And you're going to pay, when the loan is paid off, $64,800. So you have just almost doubled your price of your car. So basically you're paying for a double as nice of a car with that interest rate. And it is absolutely bananas that CarMax or anybody can get away with that, and that the salespeople can actually, with good cautions, sell you a car like that. And now I'm asking you, if you're a car salesman, why would you sell somebody in a car that is $40,000 with 22.95% interest? Why would you do that? Because they should just go to a buy here, pay here and get a $5,000 car and just be done with it, because the payment is so high. And, and then they're like, oh, I'm worried about it bringing down on the road. Well, you should worry about it getting repoed and paying so much more. And maybe you'd be better off than, buying a way cheaper car. And now you're like, what is going on? Because when you're signing up for, a 22.95% interest on a car, you should be really thinking about it, because credit cards at all-time highs, right? Then you have, unemployment is keep going up and up. No job is safe. So if all these negative factors working against you, and then these high interest rates are killing you. And now you're going to tell me not everybody has, 22.2% interest. Yeah, I know, but a lot of people still go to CarMax, as you saw the numbers, and they're paying that price. And now you're like, oh, probably people with good credit, probably people with good credit aren't going to go there. yeah, they probably go buy new because there's incentives, with 0% interest for 36 months and all these kind of other things, these other deals. But it is absolutely insane when you think about it that they're even putting it on the paper that you actually have to pay that much money. And now I'm asking you guys again, do you think that that is fair to charge that much interest? Because I don't think that every state has laws to not charge people that much, interest, right? I think there's a cap on it. I know Switzerland has a cap on it, but I think that Nevada does not. So Nevada, I think, does not have a cap on how much interest a car, lender can charge you. But yeah, if you're going to be paying that much money, you really need to think about, what you're doing. Because even if you're going to make extra payments and, doing all that kind of stuff, you're better off buying a way, way cheaper car, have it paid off. And then once, interest rates come down or you have a bigger down payment or, you can do something better and repair your credit, then, go there and, try to find another car that you can actually afford. Because if you're going to be, thinking about 22 point something interest, it's absolutely bananas. And these companies are doing it and they're making higher and higher profits. And this is what makes these profitabilities, these profits, in the quarters go through the roof because you guys are paying it. If you guys said, oh, I'm not going to do that, then all of a sudden they need to start, incentivizing people. But I don't know who's keep buying it and who's keep doing it. So we're still having all these all-time high prices. I don't know. These people, I've been saying like, you guys just need to trim down the spending, keep it to a minimum. Just don't go out and buy crazy stuff. But you guys are still buying like crazy and it doesn't matter what it costs. But now we're seeing, the tab will do at one point. So you gotta be very, very cautious of what you sign up for, right? And I cannot stress it enough. But seeing these numbers is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So curious to see what you guys think. But man, if you're sitting in a Carmax office, if you're sitting in Carmax Finance and you're one of their executives, man, you must be rolling in the dough. You guys must be having the best time ever till all these repos come in and everybody defaults. Then you got a mess on your hand. But you still have enough money because you charge so much, interest that even if half of them probably default, you'll still be good because, it went up from, 3-4% to all of a sudden 20. Because I remember in 2016, 2017, a little while ago, the interest rates were like, I got one at CarMax for 2.99%. My first Mustang was like my convertible one, the EcoBoost. And now all of a sudden it's so high and all these things are absolutely bananas. Absolutely bananas. No wonder, GM needs to cut costs and needs to lay people off, If you can't charge, 20% interest, you need to save money. You need to save money. And what do? You lay people off because you're not in the used market. You're in the market of manufacturing cars. And you should partner with CarMax and say, hey, give us some of those high interest payments, and we'll figure something out because man, 22%, holy shit, where can I make a 22.9% of my money? Let me know where I can make that because it is absolutely crazy. And I'm sorry for these people that's sitting in the office getting signed up for that, man. And don't even come at me and say, oh, you can refinance down the road later on. Yeah, you might or you might not, Yeah, absolutely nuts. And all these people that, that say, I want a comfortable car because I ride to work, for an hour plus. Oh man, I'd rather drive in a rust bucket and have no air conditioning at 110 than paying 22% interest because man, that is crazy. If it can't make you money, don't do it. If you need it for work and you're making it and you can write it off and you can figure something smart out, do it. But if you cannot, then I'd be like, nope, nope, nope. Stay stay away. So this was it for this video. Let me know what you think about this insanity that's going on. And like and subscribe, connect with me on LinkedIn. I love talking to you guys, love your comments, and I really appreciate for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.